Hi, Mom. Yeah, no, can you pick up Chris after school? Yeah, I'm at the doctor's.
Mrs. Harris?
Describe your symptoms.
Hang on. Stress, headaches, nausea. Yeah, well, I work on Saturdays.
And how long has this been?
Equanimity. Balance your lifestyle.
Well, hi, this is Valder Beebe. How are you?
Good. How are you this morning?
Doing well.
I am fine. I'm live in Dallas, Texas on the Valder Beebe show, and I heard someone say they never heard Valder. You probably never heard Beebe, but it's a great calling card.
Oh no, I've never heard the name Valder, so
It rolls off the tongue.
it rolls off the tongue.
I take it as a high compliment. It wasn't cool in high school, but it works now, guys. How are you?
I'm great. How are
Doing
you?
well.
I'm doing very, very well. I want to let my listening audience know that I get to talk to two great guys today, Jason Floyd and Tyler Gray. And they're going to tell us something that you are probably not that aware of if it doesn't affect your life. And if I could start with you, Jason, how are you today? And tell me what we need to know that you know.
I'm doing great. I think the biggest message, we made a documentary about the stigma that's associated with PTSD in the veteran community after they return back from service. And the documentary, it shows what Tyler and myself went through over 3.5 years. It wasn't just sit down for an interview over a week. They filmed us for 3.5 years, hundreds of hours of footage to show what PTSD is, how it affects us, our family, and not to tell the audience, but actually just give them something to see and how to view it. And the thing that I think we most deeply are trying to communicate is just to normalize that process that veterans go through when they come back.
Okay, Jason, you went over I think you call it PTSD. You know the acronym, but tell us what the words mean.
PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of times people like to take off the D. It's not a disorder. It's just a simple reaction, a normal reaction to a series of traumatic events. So it's post-traumatic stress. And it's just there to define the mental health struggle or the reintegration struggle that's associated with after you experience trauma.
Tyler, I know that you're a former military and you had almost, I guess, a lead job in the military.
Yes, for many years. Actually, Jason and I both met, ironically, in an elite military Army unit, which is actually where we became friends at. So that was kind of where we formed our friendship, and it's carried basically helping each other out through this process, all the way since 2002 up until now. So it's been a long process for both of us.
The documentary is called That Which I Love Destroys Me. Why are you a part of this?
We made this, first of all, the critical, to throw a statistic out there, 22 veterans a day currently are committing suicide, which is about one every 65 minutes, which when a lot of people hear, that's obviously a astoundingly horrible statistic. The reason that myself and I'm speaking for Jason got involved with this documentary or started to make it happen was we essentially wanted people to understand what the process, what PTSD or PTS, what it looked like, what it was, and just be raw with it and not having any agenda other than putting ourselves out there and our stories out there for other people to have some kind of understanding and maybe then begin to put themselves out there.
Jason, we've got the documentary. It's got a great chance of doing very well because we just had American Sniper. And that, I think, was the highest watched grossing movie ever for a military movie. Where do we go now?
Right now, you can watch our movie for free. That Which I Love Destroys Me. It's available for free on demand. You go to takepart.com/vets, and you can watch it for free all month of March. And it's also available on iTunes right now as well. So the goal is to normalize this process that veterans are going through, to make it part of the common culture of the process that veterans go through. I think that you mentioned American Sniper. It's shining a spotlight on PTSD, and it's a part of our current zeitgeist right now of what's experiencing throughout our communities, locally and nationally. And the goal is, where do we go from now? We start to fix the problem, heal the problem.
Yeah, and
Jason,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, please.
No, it's just going along with what Jason said. It's with American Sniper. I mean, you see parts of PTSD within the film, and then obviously the real life horribly tragic situation that happened to Chris Kyle. And that whole situation. It's one of those things where we need to start addressing these issues, start figuring them out, and start fixing them, because they're not going to fix themselves.
Jason and Tyler, you both have served your country. I'd like to thank you for offering up your service for the United States of America. I think this is the greatest place on the planet, because without it, my life would not be possible the way that it is. So I thank you for defending our freedom, and I thank you for being my guest on the Valder Beebe Show.
Thank you for having us, Valder.
Thank you for having us, Valder.